It's all good.
Welcome,
baby,
welcome, welcome.
baby.
Welcome to Open Up Forum, where we talk about anything and everything and give you a golly perspective on it. I'm here today, of course, with my co-host, uh, Rob, the little lion,
Hey.
and we got Ronald McConaughey in the house. We also got
Praise the Lord,
Matt, our engineer. He over there chilling.
And Wendell leaving in the house today.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Welcome back, Wendell.
Always good to see the brother.
Wendell ain't paying attention to y'all. He got his headphones on.
You never know. You might be looking at this. Who knows? But I know he researching stuff. I know that.
But all right, we continue our
All right,
conversation.
let's do it.
We continue our conversation on annihilation of a black man, strong black man. The first we talked about in general. We talked about the educational aspect. Just to give a brief
Briefly,
review.
education.
Yeah, we talked about the health aspect as far as how we can take control of our health and get a better composed to our white counterparts. And now we're going to talk about the income aspect of it. Finances, capital, wealth, whatever it involves money. I think that's what we're going to talk about today. I think I don't know where y'all want to start as far as the finance.
Well, he got
aspect.
something written down, so I
He got a
assume
whole.
wants
He got a whole literature.
Well, it'll all tie into this.
to start
So
off.
wherever y'all want to start is all right.
Let's start with you. Go ahead. You got your paperwork. You did some
Well, this is just
research.
talking about housing. You
Right,
know,
it's talking about
housing, owning a house, owning property, owning land. It's all a sign of wealth, and it's been a sign of wealth for centuries, right?
Mhm.
Right. That's, people use that as a sign of this person is wealthy,
Yeah.
right?
The bigger house, the more homes. Yes, yeah.
So
for sure.
in our society today, that still resonates, still holds true. That people use housing as houses, buying houses, and having apartment complexes. No, there are people that actually own. You can actually buy a whole complex.
Yeah. Maybe the
Well, we
and I
think
says
take
he
my hat
does.
off- I take my hat off.
but they
and
said
say,
they're not sure that
for
he
him
really
trying
owns
to
it.
do that, he was trying to buy properties. You got a lot of black men and women that are actually heavily involved in real estate.
Sure.
okay.
Real estate, if you can get sell a good property, sell quite a few properties, you can end up being pretty wealthy.
So what you saying is an investment. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's worthwhile.
Owning property,
investment. You can make a good
land.
living off of that.
yeah, an investment.
And I try to counsel young people that come my way, the Lord send in my path, that don't just rent an apartment for the rest of your life. Try to buy a house.
Mhm.
If you don't buy a house, try to buy some land, buy some property, because actually the real money is in the property, the land. And
Which you don't really own, but
the land itself, you can buy the land.
you don't own the home. You don't own the
You
land.
don't own. You're not. Well, technically, here's a funny thing.
You own it, but if you don't pay the taxes on it, watch what happens.
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm about to say. Technically, you're not a homeowner until you purchase the home.
Yeah, but you still ain't never gonna own
They
the
call
land.
you in today's time. They
You're still
call
not gonna
you
own the land because you still gotta pay taxes on it.
right. But
So if you got to pay taxes on something, you don't own it.
but if you own the land, if you buy land, that's your land, right? As a matter of fact, you know this.
Yeah, but you got to pay
Going back
taxes on
going back into the history of America, what was one of the biggest fights about?
Land.
Land,
it.
right?
Sure.
How did they do people that Native
But
Americans?
they may
did?
have
They
owned
just-
the land back then. It may not have been taxes on the land back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, I don't care I don't care where you own land at.
Mhm.
I mean, some are better than others. And
True,
I did hear like maybe Delaware doesn't have taxes or
I
something
heard
like
that
that. Something
Delaware.
like
I
that.
heard.
But
we
most
gotta get into
places
that.
where you
We gotta
go,
get into
you're
They
gonna have
tax
to pay taxes on
Yeah.
your land, and that's a sad thing because that shouldn't be. That's something that shouldn't even be.
and it's not
Somebody just
everywhere.
put that out there, and
Yeah.
now they made it
Some
concrete.
places do not own. They do not have to pay taxes on property.
I heard,
places.
some places, but not very many.
But you know from history, everybody in here knows from history that they did people dirty over land.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
So I try to encourage people to get property, own property. I try to get a home, man, because that's like I said. The funny thing about it is, you're not a homeowner technically until you buy the house, you pay the mortgage off.
yeah,
But in today's time, and it's been like this for a minute, you're actually a homeowner once you can secure the loan. And I got interested, like, why is that? Why do they consider you to be a homeowner even though you don't actually own the home? Right? That's one of the biggest hustles going today. What they call flipping it, right? Flipping houses. Okay, so what they found out was that money can be used as collateral. Your house can be used as collateral, right? And if you can acquire and obtain,
Yeah, what do they call equity? or
equity,
something?
yes. If you can get acquired
If
and
you don't
obtain
have
more
equity
and
in the
more
home.
houses,
You acquire equity. Yes, you paying on the mortgage.
Excuse me. That's where the money comes in. That's that wealth, that status, right? And I think the bigger the property, what people were doing was they buy 2 or 3 small properties, sell them, take some of that money, go buy a bigger property. It's a process. Do that again, sell those, go buy a bigger property, and they keep working their way up till they get the biggest property. We got houses in this country they call mansions that are ridiculous. $20 million. $20 million. Now, you know how much money you got to be making to afford a $20 million house?
Yeah, but let's be honest. A lot of stuff that the rich people do is obnoxious.
That's
you,
true.
you know what I'm saying? They get so
That's
much
true.
money that they just do stuff. I mean, come on, man. Like the
they-
way Steve Harvey dresses right now, right?
It's been a minute
That's
since
just
I've seen him.
obnoxious, man.
I don't know. It's been a
In my
minute since
opinion,
I've
that's
seen
just he got the money so he can do whatever he wants. That's obnoxious to me.
I think
Yeah,
there's a
people have all
difference.
these watches,
$17
with,
million
you know,
There's a difference. I think he done built. He's building wealth for himself.
But they
That's
just get
wealth.
obnoxious. Though.
and
That's
his
not-
family.
Yep, he's building
Yeah.
wealth for him and his family.
Yeah,
That's not.
But it gets obnoxious
like-
at some point. You
That's
know?
not income. That's not making money. Trying to make $1
Flaunting
week to
it.
week.
He
He's
could be flaunting a lot of that.
well. He's a man.
I get
From
what
what
you're
I
saying.
understand, he's a man
A
who
lot
likes.
he's not the only rich person that
Right.
I
He's
mean,
They get obnoxious at some point. You
Yeah,
know,
look,
from
like the guy, what's his name, the Rothschild that bought zebras to pull his cart. Come on, that's just obnoxious.
well, they say the rich people are eccentric anyway. So
Yeah.
the more money you have, the crazier you get.
well. I always thought.
Yeah, it looks
I always
like it.
thought Steve Harvey, even when he was poor, he dressed up nice.
You thought that?
Yeah. Because
I
when
never
he
really
did his.
followed the way he did.
Yeah, when he was doing stand up,
No,
he
you
made
just-
sure he told the story where he had to put stuff on layaway so he could look nice for when he went on stage.
Yeah.
I was-
Most
but
of
see,
us
some
Country
people just
music.
like to get dressed.
I like him as a person,
Most of
but I
us
never really
are
followed
pretty
his style.
good
of
when
dress.
it comes to layaway.
Yeah, that's what
But then you got some people like me that are terrible.
They'll lay it away.
You lay it away and don't go get it. Is
I
that
lay away, don't go get it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you go get it and see if it's still there and it's gone.
It is go-
It's
my
out of
wife-
season by the time he go get it.
I've done that.
So you don't.
Yeah.
My wife don't remind me. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go get it. But see, I'm trying to get better with them. Matter of fact, I'm trying to. Stay
I
away
haven't.
from
Let,
that
do they
altogether.
still have layaway? I haven't
They
let anything
do
away
in certain
in
places.
so long.
And I'm
could
finding
probably
out
use
that we so deep in debt in this country that even fancy places like rich where the rich people go, they have layaway.
Oh
They-
yeah.
they have layaway there because
Like where the rich people
but
go?
the
Where?
difference is
But where you saying? Give me an
like
example.
like Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Certain areas like
They got
that.
layaway in Beverly Hills.
Certain areas like that.
Okay.
Now, but their layaway is different because their layaway is based on the credit of the customer.
Mhm.
This is why now y'all probably can speak to this better than I can. Those store credit cards, that's important.
Yeah.
It really is. I never really put a lot of stock in that, but that's important, right?
You might
Because
want to check
those
the
store
interest rate
credit
on
cards,
those store credit cards.
If you become what's called a loyal customer, they will actually give you freebies. They will actually let you slide on payments and stuff like that. It's a system.
it's a system.
but
There's the
it's-
interest on some of them credit cards, like 22%.
Crazy.
Like, that's
More.
crazy.
Some of them are
Yeah,
higher than
it's
that.
it's crazy. I
That's
don't want it.
usury. It should be usury. It should be illegal. But
Even though you
if you
get those
sign, but if you
rewards.
sign your name on the credit,
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
application, you
you
agreed to do it.
Yeah.
It's true.
So then that makes it not.
You
Well, it's still
also-
illegal, but it makes it not illegal because you
Yeah.
said you would do it.
But how many people read the fine line?
Not
Yeah,
me,
read the
probably.
Right. So that's where they usually get a lot of black people because they sell us the goods by the visual, not the written
Yeah,
document.
yeah. You read the good stuff and then you kind of don't read the fine.
Oh, that's
print.
how they sell. That's how they sell the
you
credit
don't
card.
you got to read the fine.
They're gonna show you all the good
Yeah.
stuff that you get out of it, but they ain't gonna show you this what's in the small
because
print.
it's in small print. Yeah,
22% interest.
They know
on
what they're doing.
anything you buy. What? They
So-
killing you with the credit.
We
That's
try
what
to
they
tell,
do.
tell the younger people to don't just rent, and that this all works together. It all ties in together. Here's how. The culture that we live in today. What do our young people get bombarded with day in and day out when it comes to living a rich lifestyle? What are they showing? What are they showing in the rap videos? What are they showing on the music videos? What are they showing on television? What are they showing in the movies? If it's not historical, it's not going to be something that's going to be telling them, hey, live within your means, spend moderately, dress moderately, eat good food, all that stuff. If it's in today's time, or I would say from maybe going back 5 or 6 years ago, it's all going to be glitz and glamour. We had it too when we was coming up. It's just that we also had in our generation, we was actually more rooted and grounded in how we are living today, in that day. Well, in that day.
Yeah, because
For that day.
I can see because like in our day, you coming up with Run DMC, they wore Adidas, denim jackets.
You said denim jackets?
Yeah, they wore denim jackets.
No, they
Back in
wore
the-
Adidas suits and they wore
before-
leather.
yeah,
leather
they
jackets.
had denim too. You know that,
Before,
right?
when they
Denim?
first started.
That's right.
When they first
When they first started, they started with denim.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that. I
Yeah.
don't remember the denim.
Yeah,
Do you mean like the Lee
Because-
Lee suits? And stuff? Oh, Lee suits. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Like you talking
these-
about denim
yeah,
suits?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That's jeans, really, basically.
Yeah.
The jean look.
And that's the visual that you're seeing.
Then they came up with the leather. And
But-
everybody
yeah,
had to
but
follow
see,
that.
when they were doing their rap videos, what was in the video?
But when all I'm saying
You know what I'm
is
saying?
it
Follow
was
me?
it was easier for us to go get that.
Than it is for us to,
Yeah.
all them.
It was easier for us because
And now
all they had-
everybody has like bundles of money
Yeah.
that they showing off.
Come on,
But you-
man.
you
Nah,
see that
and
on
they just-
YouTube and all that. You see it on the Instagram.
What's
Yeah,
that? The stacks of money. Yeah, Mayweather started that. Mayweather was the first guy that I ever saw that came out and was flashing that much money. I mean, he'd just go on the bag and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So he was the first one I ever seen do that. Now everybody wants to do that. But everybody can't
Again.
afford to do that and be legal
It's the
at the
visual,
same time.
right? It's the visual
Yeah.
what they showing.
And you know what they say? They say some of them people are using fake money. The money's
Yeah,
not
that's
real.
true. That's true. That's true. So a lot of
Yeah,
them
they
are.
use counterfeit money.
A lot
out
of them
here.
are.
I don't
And-
think-
and
I heard you can buy
Mayweather
them. You
is,
can
though.
buy those.
it's all
Nah,
protection. It's all
Take
protection.
Mayweather is.
Mayweather got dough.
He got
And
dough.
he
Hey, but
deserved it. He deserved it.
What
Because he
I
boxed
think
for
people
years.
underestimate Mayweather because he's a businessman too. A lot of people don't know that
Yeah.
because he
A lot of
was
artists
down with
and
Showbox,
athletes are business.
Showtime Boxing. He was down with
And they
them,
said- they said-
and he made deals to get and he promoted fights.
Mhm.
You-
Like De La Hoya.
yeah,
They
them-
turned their business,
Yeah.
their boxing careers into a business for themselves.
exactly. So
And-
he's smart.
They got the younger generation that they're managing as well
So
and promoting. So they got a mind for business and they're trying to do something and they're turning that into a family thing.
that's
You
building wealth once
Building
again.
wealth. Yeah.
Building wealth.
It's projecting to the public one thing, but he's actually trying to teach his children, I believe, that because they had like some things on TMZ talking about him, and he was talking about how they want their kids to do. They want their kids to do well. If you're going to be a real parent, you want your children to do well.
Of course.
Mhm.
Bad parents don't want their children to do. They don't care anything. They don't want their children to do anything. They don't care. They'll stop their children, rob their dreams, kill their dreams. That's a bad parent. A good parent is going to take that dream, listen to the kid's dream, and try to lead them in the right way concerning that dream.
Mhm.
If it's something like I want to play basketball, you want to play basketball, you only 4'7". You can play basketball, but don't really have hopes of being an NBA.
and
player.
yeah, NBA player.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's
Spud
not
Webb,
say you. That's not to say you can't shoot for it.
Muggsy Bogues.
There you go. There you go, Muggsy
But did you
Bogues.
just say
What-
4'7"?
4'7".
4'7".
Hey man,
Four-
don't sleep on
Yeah,
short
man.
people. Short people can play,
feet.
man.
But
Short
4'7",
people can play ball,
feet.
man.
And 7
4'7".
inches tall,
Yeah,
and you can play basketball?
yeah. This
Yeah,
one-
you ain't
I-
playing
on
in
a
the
high
park.
level?
He gonna go. He go and one ball. That's
I mean,
it.
you know, I said
You have to be faster than the speed of sound. to do something like
You said my man had to be flat.
you would have to be fat to the speed of sound. It'd be
This-
4'7". You know how little 4'7"
Did
is?
you hear what I
I'm
said?
5'7". That's a whole foot shorter than me.
Okay.
And I'm a short guy for a man.
Right. So
You average
I said you gotta look at their dreams.
I'd be average size for a woman, maybe, but I think I'm a little short for a guy.
The kid is not gonna go, he's not gonna grow up to be 6 feet. So you gotta listen to his dream. And then you gotta take that dream and break it down and help that child understand, hey, let's get the most out of this dream that we can for this kid. And probably he's not going to obtain this, so you got to bring it to a point where you're not going to hurt his feeling and destroy his spirit. Bring him into another area.
Mhm.
We all got gifts,
Yeah, I
Every kid has gifts.
agree. I definitely.
but a lot of these kids today are being bombarded, man, with just the visual of success that's not really success. It's all a false image, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So money and wealth, that's what they're trying to project to the kids. We're wealthy.
Mhm.
I got it like that. I got it. You hear it in the rap songs. And what else tied with that for the young black men? What's tied to that? Young black girls, women, right? They're
Mhm.
hopefully around the same age, right? Let's keep that in. Let's put that in there with all this going on with the Epstein stuff. Let's keep that right there.
Mhm.
About the same age, right? So the more girls you got, it's a status. So you got a lot of kids trying to emulate that, trying to walk with that. But that's all an image, man. And it's not real. It's a fake image. Yeah, light bulb. So when you look at it like this, watch this. Who's promoting that? And why?
Who's promoting?
Because when you get into the history
Promoting
of
that rap music.
who's promoting that false image
Well, we all
of
know.
success,
Well, the black people.
and why?
The black people are doing it, but they're being put up to doing it
Okay, so
by people
Why?
who run the what do you call it?
but let's get to
The record the record industry.
there's a
The industry.
spiritual conditioning attached to it. So the question now is why? Why are they promoting this false image of wealth and success?
Well, first of all, they don't. Okay. They would rather you put something out that was not good than put something out that would unite people. You know what I'm saying? That's why they changed. Remember back in the day, they used to have, songs of unity and stuff like that for the black people being black and all of that stuff. They used to push-
UNITY.
they used to push that, right?
Right.
But
That's old
nowadays, and people are still getting killed back then. Let's not mistake that.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying. But now, it's like, it's almost like evil to me. You know what I'm saying?
It
To
is.
hear a lot of this
Yeah.
music and what
the
they're
false
talking
image
about.
is evil.
It's all
Yes.
about drugs. It's all about being hypersexual. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very. It doesn't do anything for the good of black people because they only pretty much. Well, they market it to anybody who will listen,
Mhm.
but it's mostly black people because it's mostly black people doing
There's
it.
a demographic.
You know what I'm
That's you're
saying?
talking
Yeah.
about. You're talking about the demographic.
And see the Jews who own the record industry, right? They don't listen to that, and they don't have their people do that. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Ladies and
But
gentlemen,
But they'll have your people do
we're gonna give a whole section to Rob one of these sessions we do. We're gonna give him a whole section so he got to get that off his chest because you clearly got an issue with the Jews. We're gonna get that off. We're gonna let you get that off your chest.
No, I don't have an issue. I just like to tell the truth, man.
Man, so
And,
we're gonna
and
let
they
you do
say
that.
that's anti-Semitic, but I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm anti-satanic.
Yeah, we want you to come with your data with that. Now, I
Okay.
don't disagree with that.
Okay.
We're doing it, right? I don't disagree with that at all. You got anything to add with that, Sean?
All I gotta say is greed. All is it money. Everything revolves around the money. So they push.
Money.
Yeah, they push everything to get us
I can't
to
hit that other note.
to get
Don't try.
I'm not.
to get us all in there to do what we do so they can make more money.
Mhm.
That's it. They do push you. Oh yeah, do that. You
Controlling
want to
the pot.
degrade? Yeah, you want to degrade your women? Go ahead, do that. It's
Yeah,
gonna make us
yeah.
more money.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the dude cross town? Yeah, go ahead, do that. It make us more money.
Mhm.
And the more people they could get to convince them to destroy each other and make money off of it, come on. That's the spiritual aspect.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
spiritual aspect because you're bringing a evilness
Mm-hmm.
into the fray, a wickedness, a selfishness, a greed. This is not, I'm going to make it and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to help my people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
All of this has a history. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We talk about spiritual warfare. The enemy can only attack you in 3 ways. Only 3 ways. But those three avenues have multiple avenues on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 ways are finances, health, and relationships.
What about spiritual?
Those
All
are 3
that's
avenues.
inside the spiritual.
All that. Those are the 3 avenues he has: finances, health, and relationship.
Which one would you say? Disagree with you on that one though.
Which one would you say carries the most weight? Finances, health, or relationship?
Finances.
You
I would say finances.
You say?
I would put it in when we go 1, 2, 3. Finances, relationships, and health.
Okay, what do you say?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say relationships first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of us are not in relationships. You ever go on those dating sites? You ever see how many people trying to get a date? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't always.
Listen, I think there's more people who aren't in a relationship today than people who are in a relationship today.
It ain't always.
And you ask around. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
It ain't always a relationship between a man and woman.
Oh, so what
you got your boys. You got your boys, or it's the group, the community. That's the relationship.
You got family.
You got family. That's the relationship.
Okay. Well,
once that's destroyed, you can wipe out a whole family.
And the greatest relationship of all is the one between you and the Lord.
Yes, that's the greatest.
And I think health is important.
Okay, I like how you brought that out.
Because finances will take care of itself if you take care. What's that? How's that saying go? If you take care of your people, they'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all agree with that?
I don't know, because remember MC Hammer tried that and he got busted.
Yeah, this guy killed me. I want to bust out laughing.
He got broke. He got broke a little bit.
I want to bust out laughing.
He on the comeback though.
He overdid
got a commercial.
He overdid it though. But see, again,
he got a commercial. Sorry, Hammer.
Hammer got caught up in the promotion of the illusion of the visual that they were promoting.
Mm-hmm.
That fake wealth. He had a taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
But as these guys find out at a certain age, when you acquire all of that money, it could go just as fast as you got it, because you don't account for the cost. You got the house. Okay, how much is it going to cost to keep the house up?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a house that got 5 bathrooms.
Yeah, you got to
clean
look
them
at
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
It's
keep
just
all
you.
that in perspective.
You take a bathroom a day. That's 5 days. You busy.
I take the weekends off.
You know what I mean?
Use one bathroom on the weekend.
You only use one.
Yeah, you got 6, 7 cars. Can't drive them both at the same time.
You gotta get a butler to clean them.
Now you can drive 2 or 3 cars, or you can drive all of them in the same day, but one at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah.
But see, most people do that kind of stuff because, again, that's an investment, like you was talking about. Cars are also a moneymaker,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like my stepfather used to
Some
buy
people-
cars, and he would fix them up, and he would sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Buy another car, sell it, fix it up, sell it.
Sure.
Buy another car. It's the same thing with the houses. What they call it, they flipping the houses, buy it,
The fixer
fix it up,
uppers.
sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And some houses, if you get them at the right price, you can fix them up, and you can sell them at a higher price than you even imagine paying for.
They make good
you know?
money for it. Mm-hmm.
You say, I would never pay this price for this house. And yet you getting the money that you would never pay for that house.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But look at what's happening in today's society, and let's go back to when this denial and this rejection of wealth was in action for Black people. So the Fair Housing Administration, the Federal Housing Administration, was started in 1934. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the president. The Ku Klux Klan was nearing an all-time high during this period of time. I mean, they were so popular in the country, they had their hands in every aspect of American government.
Who, the KKK?
Yes,
Really?
yes. They had over 20 million members nationwide.
You
They
teaching.
had governors, judges,
Mm-hmm.
lawyers, police chiefs, police officers. They had travel agents. They had whatever you needed, they had it. all the way up to the president. He wasn't a member of the KKK, but they showed him a movie, and he was so moved that this allegedly reported that he was so moved by that by that movie, that he agreed with their position.
Ooh, the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
What was the movie?
Birth of a Nation.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
He liked that movie?
He agreed with the premise of the movie, what they were trying to say about the movie, about white. Here's what I found out about the movie. We look at that movie and we see
it's an old movie, black and white.
Yes.
Yeah.
We look at it, we see all the stereotypes. We know it's not good. We know it's bad for us.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the persuasion. When you look at it, what are they really saying? Take out the element of blacks being lazy, liars, thieves. All we want is chicken and watermelon. We don't want to work, right? We want to get over. All we want is a handout, and all we want is white women. Take all that out there. Take all that. What are they really saying in that movie when you watch it? Without us, they have nothing. They have no real cause.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put us back in the movie, now you're saying that what they're really promoting is not just white power, but white dominance and white presence. Because without the white presence, this country would go to hell. That's the thing. That's what they're really saying.
But that's not true.
We own that.
Yeah.
Because when you look at this right here, oh my goodness. Without us, it was happening anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were so busy trying to keep us from getting that they was not paying attention to what was really happening. So the Fair Housing Act of 1968, we're going to go back to 1934. That 1934, when it started with the Federal Housing Agency administration, started with Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1934. That happened actually because of the housing shortage in 1933. Now, I did not know this, but it was all geared innocently at first to help Americans get housing and to supply them with apartments at a fair rental price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind that the prices back then wasn't like they are today.
It was
not
cheap.
even comparative.
It was very reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah, and now they made it crazy because now you gotta have they marked the houses up so high that now you have to get a 30-year mortgage. 30 years.
Yeah.
When houses first start being sold, if I'm not mistaken, it was like maybe $2,400 or something like that. Something that was really, 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 really cheap. Maybe I want to say 24,000. 24,000. Is that right? But I know it was really, really reasonable, and you really didn't have to get a mortgage at that time.
Right.
But then when they changed it, who was giving them the mortgages at the high, interest rates. You know who was doing that. I don't have to say it. I don't even have to say it. Because you know who was doing it. Not the white people, but the other white people.
So we look at this like this.
Way.
The whole point was that it was supposed to inject a boom into the American public, the society of America. All American citizens were, keep in mind, they were only a few years removed from the Depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the New Deal was something that was really innovative in a way. If you think about it, it was kind of like ingenious, but the problem was it wasn't for all of America. And that was the influence, because they wanted to keep that separation between black people and white people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of ignorant. But anyway.
Oh, watch this. So the bill that brought forth the FHA, the 1934 newly created Federal Housing Administration, which was created to address the housing shortage, which was an issue in 1933, had a policy called redlining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that policy had the distinct purpose of building and providing affordable homes and rental spaces for poor and middle-class Americans. The problem was that what was included in that policy was a systemic policy to refuse to insure mortgages for Black Americans in certain regions, and sometimes even in predominantly Black neighborhoods. The policy would subsidize builders who would produce subdivisions of real estate property for whites, and they would only be assured the financial subsidies if, this is a key part, if they refuse to sell their houses to black people. You're a contractor, you build houses, the government will give you the money to build that house or to help you build that house or whatever community you're building in if you agree to not sell to black people.
Wow.
The reason why the FHA took this position is as follows. Stop me if you heard this. Here's their reasoning. Here's their rationale. If African Americans bought homes in white suburbs, even around white suburbs, the property value of those neighborhoods would become a risky investment for white homeowners. The FHA couldn't guarantee insuring the mortgage due to an African American presence in the neighborhood. In short, what they're saying is black people in your neighborhood will bring down the value of your home to such a point where they can't guarantee you a mortgage. Try that on for size.
I think that's what we've been fighting against for decades.
That,
we've been fighting against this type of acts, government acts, state acts, whatever acts you want to call it. We've been fighting against this for years. It don't make no sense, but I think this has to do a lot with, systemic racism.
Well, Martin Luther King was teaching very similar stuff in seminars before he got murdered. He was talking about like down south, how he was just saying how black people down south couldn't buy land, but they were giving white people land, but black people couldn't even buy land. You know what I'm saying? So and the thing also, they were saying something about the 40 acres in a mule, and they said the reason why black people didn't get their 40 acres in a mule was because they paid the white people, right, that would be losing money because there was no more slaves. So they paid them instead of giving the black people 40 acres in a mule.
That was a form
they
of
took the money. Right. They took the money that they would use for the 40 acres in a mule and gave it to the white people that were going to be out of money because slavery was stopped.
Right.
Now, so how messed up is that?
So they actually started giving some people.
Some people got it.
40 acres.
Yes, some people got it.
Here's the problem.
I don't know if they got the 40 acres.
Some people
I know they got land.
They get 40 acres. They started taking that money. They started taking the land, which we can say the money. They started taking that away.
Back, because they're taking it back.
Started taking it back.
Yeah.
And the way that a lot of black people thought they started losing money, when you talking about the land, was that they started taxing at a higher rate than their counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it twisted, America. White Americans still got taxed too.
Yeah. And white Americans still had mad debt too back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the person that brought forth, that drafted the bill that created the FHA was a person named Mariner Stoddard Eccles. And the Federal Housing Administration, other members who were instrumental as a part of the process, as they were on the President's Emergency Commission on Housing, were Frank Comerford Walker, Henry Hopkins, and Francis Perkins, to name a few. That was in 1934. Hit the fast forward button. Boop, 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 boop. All right, now we know Mariner Stoddard was a Republican. Frank Comerford Walker was a Democrat. Harry Hopkins was a Democrat. Francis Perkins, she was a female. She was a Democrat last. But first she started out as a socialist, and then she became an independent, and then she switched over to become a Democrat. So fast forward from 1934 to 1938. 1938, we saw somebody wrote a book, a manual for underwriting for housing and insurance. And in that, they doubled down on the redlining policy. Fannie Mae was created in 1938 in order to help stave off, listen to this now, because remember, denying black people to build up white America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the movie Birth of a Nation? I said, if you take the black element out, what do you really have? What are they saying? All right, watch this. Fannie Mae was created in 1938 in order to help stave off a housing market crash. Why do you think that was? Why do you think that was?
Damn if I know.
All right. As many mortgages were not stable. homeowners were defaulting on mortgages, and real estate developers were creating communities that couldn't be sustained. Gee, I wonder why. Think about that. You're denying a whole section of people the opportunity to be homeowners, right? For decades, centuries, right? And now the whole process, all the programs you created are now collapsing. You got to create a program for the program to make sure it don't collapse, and it's still collapsing. You got, at some point, America has to listen to what God is saying.
But you know what's so
Everybody
crazy?
in the land is supposed to be taken care of.
Not just certain
But
It
people.
don't matter about your ethnicity.
But you know what's
Everybody's
so
supposed to be
crazy?
taken care
You know
of.
what's so crazy?
Go ahead.
They had black people who built their own communities, right? And I don't just mean they build their own communities. I mean they actually built their own communities.
True.
You know,
houses and everything.
They
Banks and everything.
they
Yes.
built that stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't go there and it was already there and they bought it. They built these areas. You
Right.
you understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And most of them
You know what happened.
were you
They
know
were
they
tremendously successful, and you know what
and
happened.
what happened? You say it. What happened?
No, you say.
They destroyed them.
Yeah.
White people came in there and destroyed the land,
Right.
destroyed the people too. You know, as many as they could.
Black
Mhm.
Wall
And,
Street.
and not only Black Wall Street though. That didn't only happen in
Rosewood.
Black Wall Street. That happened in quite a few
Yeah,
different.
we had
yeah,
quite, there was
like
quite,
you know,
quite a,
Yeah, because see, they had more than one way to ruin a community.
right. So
You know what I'm saying?
Black Wall
And they
Street
used every way they possibly could.
was not just in one particular area of
No.
America.
No,
It was a system
right.
that black people developed because they figured we had to take care of our own.
Harlem.
What I'm reporting to you right now, this is all documented. You go look it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Those people during those days, they realized that this was happening. They had people that were championing, hey, let's come together. Yes, let's unite
Yeah.
and do what we got to do for our own
And their
future.
communities were better than the poor white people. Their communities were better than the poor white people. That's the reason. Jealousy is mostly the reason why they came in there and tore these people, neighborhoods down.
Jealousy and hate.
Yeah, you know.
You can't have what I have. Again, that's that mentality.
Right.
So the
Why should the Negro have it and I don't got it?
the national right?
Because you ain't do what the Negro
Or
get to get it.
You're not supposed to have anything better than what I have.
Right. So who's the real lazy ones? So who's really lazy?
And again,
Mhm.
this is a spiritual condition. See, this is spiritual. It's a spiritual
Yo,
condition.
man, get off your phone. You over there? Yo, this guy over there on TikTok.
The National Housing Act of 1934
I'm looking
had
for
a policy amendments
the other
attached to
country,
it
the other.
in
I'm
1938
looking for the
that
other
solidified the
Black Wall
wealth
Street.
gap.
Oh.
That solidified
you
the
been
wealth
there.
gap and as from 1934 to 1962. Listen to this, because when this
Real
happened, it created the wealth gap between Black Americans and white Americans. As we started off the show with the statement, land and money, land and money, property equated into wealth, right? Owning a home, owning property equated into health. So this was what happened in 1934 to 1938. It says from 1934 to 1962, man, only 2% of the $120 billion of federally subsidized money for housing went to non-white classified families. You're going to have a huge gap in the wealth format, in the wealth status. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Lord. In the wealth status between Black people and white people when you don't get any assistance from the government.
Right.
But who's the people today always getting beat up with assistance from the government? Let me tell you something, man.
We don't get as much help from the government as other people do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got the if you want to include the Jews with the white people,
Here we
because
go.
we
How that song go?
No,
Here we go
no.
again.
No, because they always say,
Here
Jews
we
are
go
Jews
again.
and white people are white people. They're not the same thing,
Go.
right?
Right.
So if you want to include the Jews and white people, right, in America, they get way more assistance from the government than we do.
Let me hit you. With
Way
this.
more.
Let me hit you with
Way
this
more.
to add.
It's
to
not
it.
even close.
Let me hit
The
you with-
numbers are not even close.
to add to that. ABC, or was it CBS? One of the major networks did a expose on welfare and immigration back about maybe 20 years ago. And they interviewed a Russian community. And all of the people they interviewed were Russian women with kids that came to America.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them, to a person, said, we come to America to have kids and we can live off of the welfare system.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
about,
be having a lot of kids.
that's
Too.
about 20 years ago.
Yeah. It ain't like 4 and 3 kids. I mean, they have like 6 or 7, 8, 9. 10
Nobody has
kids.
any issues with that. You see, I don't even think anybody really realized how many people coming in from European nations come over and get on welfare.
Yeah.
As a matter of
And
fact,
Section 8, don't forget. They're on Section 8. How listen. How much better could we do if we didn't have to buy food and we didn't have to pay rent every month?
everybody
right?
would do pretty good. You would
Right,
hope.
but that's
you
why
would
they do
hope-
so
you would
well.
hope. Don't get too carried away with that. You would hope.
But that's why they do so well. They don't have to. They got Section 8 for the housing, right? And they got food stamps. I don't know how much money they get, but I'm talking about the food stamp,
Right.
which would save me. If I was getting food stamps, it would save me a lot of money. Because you can see, I can put a little.
The
food
difference is, again, what are they being bombarded with and what are they choosing to fight against? I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking to a friend of mine this morning. And he sent me a text yesterday. He sent me a text yesterday that was crazy. I said, bro, where you getting this from? Where's this call coming from? He was talking about the Million Man March and everything. I was like, I wrote a song back in the day.
What was he talking about?
He was saying, like, we don't take care of each other.
Who, black people?
Yeah, where's our unity? I was like, bro, where's this coming from? He's like, nah, man, because he was talking about the Hebrew Israelite, they out in the corner, steady talking this talk, but you don't see him in the communities trying to do anything to help build up the communities. I was like,
That he
okay,
knows of.
we're gonna have to do a whole session on that. But he told me why he was saying what he was saying. He said basically he's saying what he was saying because these other groups, these other ethnicities in America, they're not falling for the okie doke. They're being bombarded just like everybody else is being bombarded with this false vision of wealth and success, but they're not falling for it. So I shared with him a story that I saw in the paper magazine, in the newspaper, like years ago. And it was about this girl. She was like 21, 22. She was a single mom and she was about to be evicted and she was on Section 8 and on welfare, right? Guess how much her rent was a month?
How much?
$50.
Okay, so why she was going to get evicted?
Because she couldn't pay the $50. You know why she couldn't? Here's that part where
Must be some drugs or something
we contribute to our own demise.
Well, something has to be going on.
We were talking about a little earlier, right? You know why she couldn't pay the $50? Because she was lacing her kids up.
Oh, she was spending all the money on the kids so they could look good. Yeah, wow. But I will say this too. Some of those guys, their wife is at home with the kids on welfare. And I say wife, I use that term loosely because in America, their union is not even, America doesn't see them as married because they got married under different religious things, right? Good. So the wife is home on welfare, getting Section 8 and all that good stuff, and the husband's out driving freaking G-Wagon. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you they kids ain't got no Gucci and Louis on.
There you go. And
that's our freaking problem.
So when you have,
we're so name brand oriented. Right. I don't understand.
When you get into the specifics of her story, the baby father, he was upset. He wanted to get custody of the kid because he's giving her money. He's not paying child support, but every now and again he comes. You know how we do.
Make a deal.
No, I don't know how we do.
Well, I've
never been on child support. All my children is by my ex-wife.
You make a deal with your baby mom. Don't.
I ain't got no baby mama. I got an ex-wife. I don't have no baby mama.
But you know what we talking about. You know somebody that do. Stop fronting, man.
I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that from my perspective. I don't know anything about that.
You don't know nobody living that life.
We trying to tell
you. Yeah, you do.
Right now, at this point?
Yeah, you do.
I don't know about nobody who got. He got baby.
Just listen.
Well, he asked me a question. You want me to answer the question?
Yeah, you can answer. You answered it several times.
No, Rob. No,
but anyway, this is what happens. Let me tell you what happens.
Right.
They make a deal with their baby mama. Say, I'll drop some money off. You don't take me to court.
Okay.
That's That's the gist of it.
Okay.
So he'll come in every once in a while, be like, "Baby, need this." She say,
He
"Baby,
can't
need
even
this."
give
They
$50
be like,
though?
No, he
Like,
You can't give
more
her $50 a month?
Nah, he probably give
So
her
she can
more.
pay that?
More than time,
He probably
more
more-
often than not. They
nah,
give
so-
him
So
more
she
than that.
taking that and
so
buying.
it ain't
and-
50
and-
bucks.
And buying Nike.
That's
Now,
what the
what you're
government
saying
is.
right there,
Uh-huh.
what you're saying right there is what made his way into the story, because he was livid, man. He was upset, man. He was hot because he was like, "What are you doing with the money that I'm giving?"
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
You know,
And
And
was
what
no
it
drugs
was-
involved?
huh?
Wasn't no drugs
No
involved?
drugs involved.
Wow.
And what happened was,
She just
rather
sorry
than
about that.
buying food, because she has an apartment, you got a refrigerator.
Mhm.
Rather than buying food, going to the store, get food that'll last you a
Stuff
couple
you
of weeks.
need.
She's taking the kids to McDonald's, Burger King,
So she eating out all the
Wendy's,
time.
eating out all the time. If you don't know this
So
by
she's too
now,
lazy to cook.
you can run through $10 a day.
That's
eating
pretty
out.
lousy.
That's just lunch.
That's more than $10. That's
Yeah.
that's more.
I don't care how lousy
Nowadays,
you are. You should get up and cook
spend
your
you
kids.
spend at
food.
least $15 to $20 a day.
And yeah, you know, I know
For
we all
lunch.
know. And that's easy, right?
That's easy.
That's just lunch.
That's just
Imagine
lunch.
doing that in the morning and at night. Imagine that.
Mhm.
You got
Look
some
at-
really
that's
unhealthy
waste.
kids. I know that.
That's waste. And again,
Eating out all the time. Is
this
not
is
good
that
for you.
we contribute to our own demise thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So, you know, this is the issue that's outside of the quote unquote man. The man, what they call the man. This is outside of the man, because this is our own personal responsibility for you to make sure that you govern yourself accordingly, financially, right? So we made the argument for generations, and we still make the argument, a lot of us do anyway, that we weren't given a fair and equal playing field, and we still not.
Mm-mm.
Think about it. I mean, I think there's a African American brother that owns his own car manufacturing company in Georgia. I think he's in Georgia.
Yeah. That's good money. I never heard of him.
You know, I think his name is Dwayne or something like that.
Hmm.
I could be wrong about that. But y'all research that. Y'all look that up.
But he's
But
making
how-
his own cars?
Yes. How many of us? I think they're electrical vehicles.
Okay.
How many more of us? We need more of that.
I'm going
Man.
to look into that one.
You know
See
what I'm
the
saying?
name.
Mhm.
I probably can't afford it because it's an electric vehicle, but you know, I'll look
Well,
into it.
look, Rob. Let's be
Do you have any stocks? I'll put some money in the
Let's-
stocks.
right.
There you go.
So
Buy a couple stocks.
do you know people that are black that invest in stocks?
Mm,
A lot.
no, nobody that I can think of offhand.
I know some.
Most of my friends are not really into, stocks.
I mean,
I said that's another area we
We should
lose
do.
out on, because a lot of people don't know knowledge of stock
Yeah.
investing
Man,
and stuff.
yeah. It's not like they teach it in school.
it ain't.
yeah,
Yeah.
and,
They
you know,
don't.
And we got
But some people get it taught in school.
right.
Some
Yeah.
people get taught in Hebrew schools. I'm sorry. In the Hebrew schools, they teach that in school.
A lot of times we get mad as I'm talking about we collectively as an ethnic group, we get mad at other people like Mexicans and everything. And in our culture, we got some people that laugh at the Mexicans because you got 6-7 families in one home. We were there.
Yeah, but they
We
get
weren't-
homes.
We weren't
They
working
save
like
money to
they're
get
working
homes.
and getting paid like they were getting paid, like they're getting paid today. We were pretty much getting nothing, right? So we had to do that, right?
Mhm.
Now, and we look at them like they're wrong for that. No, they're smart, because what they do, they all stay there and they all chip into that place, and they all put their money together and they let the families go buy their own.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one
That
by
is
one.
smart.
And
Exactly.
they have
One by one.
what's
Exactly.
the name of that thing that
I don't know.
Africans
No,
and
it's not.
Spanish people have? They put this money into the thing. Oh my God, I forget
I
the
know what
name,
you're
but
talking
I am
about,
so
though.
sorry,
Yeah,
America.
yeah. Is
I
it
can't think of the name.
Yeah.
But
Bank?
they put the no, it's among them.
it's among
the
themselves. It's
people.
like a money pot
Yeah,
that they have.
It's like a
among themselves.
susu or something like that.
Yeah,
They
the
put
susu.
something. I don't know if that's
It's-
the word,
it's
but
like-
it's something like
Sound
that.
like a pyramid.
That's like
It's not a pyramid scheme because these people actually get the money. Yeah.
it's a
and I
collective
forget
that
what
they
they call
all
it, but-
agree on.
Yeah.
You'll get X amount of dollars. Then,
Yeah.
then next time he'll get it. Then
Mhm.
next time I'll get it.
Oh yeah.
And it works.
I heard of that.
It's,
And they
it,
actually
listen,
get
it
them.
works as
People
long
actually
as
get
you
the money.
get your
Not a
money.
pyramid.
You get your money, and
Yeah.
I get my money.
Yeah,
If you get your money and you get your money, and I don't get my money, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah.
it don't work.
All right.
It-
And
it's-
if you get your
that-
money, you
now the
decide that
pyramid.
you're gonna take off. Say, all right, well, I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
No.
Uh,
See,
but
but
that's the problem you come into.
And
Because somebody
that is
ain't
the
bad.
problem you come into, because there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna try to get out.
Yeah.
But black folks don't
make sure
trust
it's
black
with you.
folks enough to do that anyway.
I went to see
Black people don't trust black people like that.
and we
Yeah,
gotta
They ain't
stop
gonna
that.
put no
man.
money in nothing.
We gotta stop
and,
that.
and black.
Let me ask you,
I think
They ain't gonna put no money into it unless they can
do
hold
you
it
agree
themselves.
that we as a people need to start stepping out on faith and trusting each other more?
Yeah,
I
of
agree.
course,
But
of
that
course,
system, we
of course.
need to get a better system.
Yeah, of
That
course.
system y'all talking about,
And-
just like
and-
somebody could just back out.
No,
Yeah.
you can't just back out because there's gonna be some blows.
That's what I'm saying. It got to be
Either
a
it's
better
gonna be
system
physical
than
or,
that.
or verbal. No,
We got to find another way.
You know,
to-
there's some hurt feelings
to come
behind that. You
together.
back out.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
you
think
can't
it-
back out though.
Yeah,
But if you
I'm just
agree,
saying.
you're gonna
if
actually
we
I'm
got
just
3
saying.
weeks and
You're
we
gonna
all
actually get the
agree,
money.
all right, if we got 3
but I'm
weeks,
saying,
and
once
we
you get
all
your
agree-
money, what's to keep you from saying, all right, I'm
you could,
finished.
your
Because
morality,
we're in a
your
collective
morality.
agreement
That's
here.
what I'm
Alright.
saying. What's
And
what
those
is it?
people can be trusted because they do this all the time. This is what they do.
All right, so you
If
go-
we did that,
yeah,
we would be
do.
further along.
I
but we
believe
don't
that.
trust each
But
I
I'm
believe
saying,
it. You don't
we
believe
don't
that?
trust each other.
I believe it,
All right,
but
let's stop arguing. So
no,
what we had to
my
do?
not
thing
arguing,
is,
just
everybody don't believe like me.
I'm just messing with you.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Everybody don't
but
believe.
Please don't
you
get
get
him
the
upset.
concept,
I
bro.
know
That's
it's
all
hard
I'm
to calm him down
You
after
got
you get
you got
upset.
the concept though. You don't understand what
I get the concept, but I think it's a better way to do it.
like what?
I don't know. We gotta find out.
I think we
There's a better way, but you don't
We
know.
saw
But I don't think
It's
there's
just
a
a better way.
better
You
way.
must tell us what it is.
I don't know.
You can't say it's a better way, but I don't know what it is.
Because if you got a risk on someone to get back out, you think that's healthy?
But
Well,
it's not a risk because somebody that could back up because you see
It's a
what
risk.
they do. Yo, put it like this: those Chinese.
So you
is it a
you know-
risk? Is it a
Okay,
risk?
okay.
you put
I'ma
your money
speak-
in something
Hey,
that
yo.
you don't know this guy.
Check this out. I'm gonna speak for
If the guy don't have
I'ma
a
speak for
job,
something.
if the guy can't
What's to stop this
Find
dude
a
from
way
saying,
to
I got
present-
mine,
to
I'm out.
produce
what's
money.
What's to say?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna speak for this that I know about. Right, the Dragon Palace over here. What's that?
That's the Chinese place?
East Milton,
uh-huh.
right?
Anybody answer my
They
question?
had a guy in there, right?
answer my
Chinese guy.
question.
I'm gonna
right?
answer it in a minute. Go ahead.
The Chinese guy made. I'm sure he made millions, man, off of that Chinese food.
Okay.
But they groomed another person
To
to
take
take
over.
over for them
Mhm.
after they're gone. Black people don't do that.
We used to, and some people still.
And how
do.
long ago you talking about we did that?
Maybe I don't know. But I know we still got.
That's what you mean. I don't
You're
know.
talking about
'Cause I don't think so.
collectively across the board. I would say go back maybe to the 1970s. I would say we started falling off of that in the 1970s, midway between there. But today we still got a handful of people that do that. You know, even if
you
it's
say
not-
so,
if
but I
you're
don't
not
know
grooming your
anybody.
own children to take over your family business to take over for you, you're grooming somebody else's that you see potential in for that business. I think we still have that going on in our culture. To answer your
You
question,
say so. Yeah, please answer his question because he's over there with his hand. You know,
I'm still waiting.
I would say to answer your
you
question,
looking
real
at the
quick,
clock.
Yeah, I got
I
8
would
minutes.
say the only other way that I could think we could do that with a better system is to have you have to have a series of seminars where you're explaining everything in depth about the financial move you're about to make. And you do it across the board for everybody, and everybody has to be on board with it. Everybody has to be determined and committed to it.
Mhm.
Like if you don't have a job, man, listen, you got to find some kind of way to bring some income to be a part of that, or else you can't be a part of that. Because that helps eliminate the risk.
Well, my thing is, I don't think somebody who ain't got no job should be in there.
That's
Period.
what I just
You
said.
can't be in there if you
That's
ain't
what I
got no
just
job
said.
because there's money involved.
All right.
That helps.
You ain't got no
eliminate the
job,
risk.
you
But
gotta steal.
You
And
talking
you-
like
then
the
nobody
guy
wants
ain't
you
got
down
no
there.
job.
I said if he don't have a job, he
There
got to
it
go
is.
get a job or find some way to secure some
All right, so
finances.
he ain't in it. So
and-
we ain't even talking
or
about
else
him.
he can't be in
He
it.
can't be in it.
Now,
until
for
it's
let's
started
talk about
talk
the
about
people
him.
the people that do have a job.
And then
Now-
back out.
Now we have to make that complementary toward your pay scale. Whatever you put in has to be according to whatever you put out.
Okay.
Whatever you're going to get out. Like you put 10% in, okay, you're going to get that 10% out, right? Now, if we let it grow with the interest, you're going to get that on top of that. That's fair, right? Because if you're only making like say $50,000 a year, you're not going to put that much in it anyway, right? Because you got to live, right?
I ain't
Am I
talking
right?
about this.
If somebody, wait a minute, let me finish. If somebody making 75,000, they're going to put a little bit more than the person that's putting in 50,000, right? But the same base level is 10%. So it's going to be complementary to what you're making.
What you do something
got
that's
what I'm saying?
affordable, across the board.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't have a problem with all that.
Good.
What's your problem?
My problem is what's to keep me from backing out?
See, he's talking like a straight black person now.
No,
he
what's
don't
to
trust.
keep me?
This ain't even happened
This
yet.
ain't-
He's saying
this
he
ain't-
got trust issues.
No,
He got
what's to
trust
keep
issues, and we just
me-
talking about it.
What's to keep me to stay in here in this loop?
Because you
Once
care
I
about
get-
everybody that's
Once
in
I
there.
get paid,
Because you want everybody that's in there to
what's to keep me?
succeed.
Ain't
I
no
tell you,
penalty.
You
wanna know
want
what?
everybody to succeed.
Ain't no penalty.
That's what keeps you
Here's
in
something
there.
that'll keep you. You ready?
You
Wait,
want
wait.
everybody to
Where
do
the
well.
No, I'm saying,
ready?
what's the penalty?
Here's something that'll keep you. Do
He's
unto
talking like a
others
straight black
as you
people.
would
I
have them
ain't
do
talking about
unto
it,
you.
yo, because
You hear what I
look,
said?
You
Me?
talking like a straight black person.
you know what
man.
it does?
Stop.
I am black. You
Stop.
see?
You wrong.
Look.
Sean.
You see it?
Sean.
Yeah, but
And
you
I'm
gotta
darker
trust.
than you.
You don't
You
trust
ready?
black
Darker than
people.
you.
What you saying? You don't trust black
I ain't
people.
say
They in
that.
it, y'all.
I ain't say that.
All right, so
I'm saying what's to keep
here's what's to
that
keep
joker
you. All right, ready?
from backing out once he get his
You
money.
ready? You ready?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Sean is gone. Are you ready, Sean?
That because he keep yelling. He keep yelling. Understand what I'm saying? He's a black man. He's a black man. He's talking like a black man. I'm talking
Well, you
like a
are.
joker who's concerned.
Yo,
He
All
can
right.
talk
Plain
about a
and simple.
situation that's not even a situation right now.
it's all hypothetical. But here,
Nah,
can I say
hey.
this? Can I say this? This will keep you from pulling back out of there. All right? From saying, all right, I got mine, I'm gonna leave. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Oh, he brought the God. I don't know God. I don't know that. All I know is
You
this
see what black
cash.
people do. You
See
see
what
what
I'm
black people
saying?
do when you want black people to do for black people.
All I'm saying is
That's why we
this
ain't
is-
nowhere.
Look, I'm playing
That's why we ain't
advocate
nowhere.
here. This is I'm
Right
playing
there.
advocate. I'm playing advocate here.
That's the
So-
mindset that keeps
No, you're not.
us
You
from
being
getting
dead
together.
Nah,
Look,
I'm
no,
not
he's
saying.
serious as heck.
I'm saying.
No, he wasn't serious about
All
you.
I'm
God.
saying is,
Oh, he
Every
know
God.
God.
better-
He know God.
this is what I'm trying to
He
say.
wasn't serious
He
about
gonna
that.
take
Let
that
me
money
say
and
it.
leave. He's
Let-
serious about
let me
that.
tell you
Take that
this.
money and leave.
You better make sure you got the right people in this group.
Are you
Yeah, I'm about
projecting?
to-
Are you saying
Nah.
that that's what you would do if you got when you
This
got
is
the
what
money
I'm
you
saying.
out?
No, what I'm saying.
When you get the money you
Nah,
out.
I said. Didn't you hear me say I'm
Cause
playing
no, it
advocate?
sound like you projecting your
I
what you
said
think of
advocate.
Yeah, he's just trying to.
I'm just
he's
trying to
playing the
show
role
you-
of
I'm
somebody
trying
that's
to play
going to
devil's
do
advocate.
that.
There
Yeah.
you go. Hey,
Look.
you got it.
But let me share this with
You
you.
But
got
you
it.
still ain't right.
All
real
I'm
quick.
saying, I ain't say that, but what I'm saying, if you're gonna do something like that, you better make sure you know everybody in that group.
Well, the word says, "Know them that labor among you." So, I think that I'm gonna share this with you real quick. To your point, I went to see a Christmas
Contracts
play,
drawn up and everything.
a resurrection play at my friend church in
And the
Linden.
penalties of what
It was
happens
awesome,
when you back out.
right? It was
If
awesome,
you back out.
and it was so good, man. That I if I had the money, I would
said
turn that into a
companies do it all the
movie
time.
because it was that good. And the end of the play was a twist.
Why we can't do it?
It was a twist, right? And nobody saw that twist coming. And that's never been done in any movie at all concerning Christ. And it was that good, bro. And the twist at the end was just phenomenal because they brought in all of the divinity of Jesus. And in the middle of the movie, though, you know Caiaphas, right? The high priest, the guy that played his role, he introduced himself as Caiaphas, the high priest. He said he's looking for somebody to betray Jesus. Who's going to betray Jesus? The one who calls himself the Christ, the Messiah. Who's going to do it? And he was going to the end throughout the audience. And he was like, "Will it be you? Will it be you? Will it be you?" And then he turned back and he said, went back to the stage and he said, "I'm not worried. We're going to find somebody." This is speaking to the point that you're making right now. He said, "There's always one. There's always one that's willing to betray his own people for his own selfishness."
I rest my case.
So that's why, to what Rob was saying, which is what I was saying, you write it down, man. You put it in writing.
That's what I said. A contract. Didn't
Yeah.
I just say that?
Yeah, that's what I said. What you said?
Said write
I
a
said you have to
contract.
have seminars. No, Sean. No.
Put a
No,
contract.
no, Sean.
Yeah,
Sean, no.
I got to draw
Look,
contracts for everybody.
You
in
got to
there.
draw up a contract, but
Yeah.
you got to give the people the education on the
You
contract.
gotta-
You got to let them know the terms.
That's what I was saying.
You see what I'm saying?
That'll
So this
be
is
all in the
something that's
contract too.
doable. Matter of fact, they trying to rebuild
I think
Black
it is
Wall
called a
Street again.
Susu, though. I think it's
It was
called
a Susu. And they're trying to rebuild Black Wall Street up again now today. they're trying to get black banks today.
Oh, hey, I ain't fighting against
My
that.
question is, do you trust that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. See, that's good.
100%.
So we got to support each other. We got to support each other. But
100%. But that's
I don't like-
I was talking about.
I don't like the
I
whole.
would say it gotta be better.
It does work if you work it with the right people.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Working with the right people.
With
So
the
you
right,
wanna do it with
right
white
people.
people.
Right
I said
people.
right. I didn't say white people.
No,
Right
but-
people.
but-
Right. Did you hear me?
But this is my question.
Right people.
This is my question. Would you do it with white people?
Huh?
Would you do it with white people?
Are they black? Ain't we trying to build a black coalition?
That's
So
not what I
white
asked
people
you.
is
I
white
asked you.
people black?
I asked you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
would you?
listen?
No,
That's
All
our
right,
show
then.
for
Black-
today.
That's what I just said.
For Sean Wilson and Rob Little Lion Blackwell, Ron McCartney here senior, our boy Matt over here. He's just doing his thing,
Wendell
and my
over
man
there
Wendell sitting
laughing.
cut
He
over
should be
there.
on the mic.
Yeah,
Just
they
enjoying
better
yourself.
close
We
because
glad
I'm
to see
high.
you. Welcome
And let
back.
him close it, man. Let him
Yeah,
It ain't
don't
too
do it
late.
like
It's
that.
too
Let
late.
him
Let
close,
it
I'm
go.
already taking it because y'all
Say your thing, man.
y'all on a whole
Hey.
nother level
Nah,
today,
don't do
man.
that.
So y'all, we just gonna see y'all next week. God willing, we all be here.
Yeah,
And
stay black.
they we out, man. Peace.